Guys, it's Haley and I am back. So I wanted to show you all some what I've been working on and show you kind of some of the ideas I've been using and the old stuff that I had done, how I've improved it, things like that. Well, I'll show you if you saw my last video, just a little update on what's going on. Excuse me. You saw that this is kind of what got me back into it. My mom had got me this Jane Davenport butterfly book for Christmas, and this is her version of like the Traveler's Notebook. And it was a blank canvas, and it was kind of getting dirty because I was using it every day. So I painted it. I don't really like this oiling left because this is Heidi Swap Color Shine that's spray, but whatever. And I made these little vellum pockets to put this in because it's this really nice heavy cardstock. So when I start doing like my art journaling in here, it will, you know, protect it a little more on the front and back. So that is what that is for. This was all my couponing stuff because I really was back into my couponing. And this is my couponing journaling and writing about couponing and money saving and whatever. And this was where I was doing like kind of like scribbling down, doing the math in the store. And this was where, this is like corkboard on the front. It's like literal corkboard. And I didn't realize that when I bought it, but it is so freaking cool. And you guys know I love cactuses, obviously. Yeah. Anyway, so I stopped writing in here and I was like, I want to fill up my first like junk journal. This is one of the first things that I ever made, if not the first. I'll show you the other things that I have. Hold on just a moment and I'll show you. Okay, so you'll probably recognize this one too. This one is bigger. They were made, this, I just used the book as is. This, I took the pages out, and it's not bound. It just has a ribbon. God, this is so awful. Terrible matching. It just has a ribbon down the middle, and the pages can slide in and out. And as I'll show you, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on my new project. But, so in that, I'm just kind of showing you how things went. When I was working in that little Fauxdori in that notebook, I was like, I want to finish this up. Finish writing in it. And I have been. This is, let's see. This is all new. So, been writing in there. And I only have a couple pages left. This was my, I have my original junk journal glue book, whatever you want to call it, that I started when I was 14 or 15, and I've showed that before, and I've gone through this too. This, excuse me, I wanted to do it in like a bullet journal style, and I started doing that, and each, let me see if I can take this out a little bit more. And yes, so I would do each day, like, so each month had a little month sheet. That's just generally how bullet journaling is. But then I ended up just kind of changing it to my own. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and sometimes the whole spread would be a theme. This was Valentine's. Sometimes it was just each page. And then it just kind of morphed into, I don't know. See, these are like empty. Well, I guess I did do a little writing in them. It's a pocket I made. This was from, what was this? Oh, the one and only craft show I went to. I made this little tuck-in pocket here. ideas and lists. So I started doing that. And then adding those in. And this in the back was a calendar that I altered and like flipped in here. And the only pages left are these. There's about 12, I would say, maybe 12. And I don't know why I have these in here. I'm going to take them out because I have a place for my miscellaneous note sheets. So this was like my glue book journaling, and I like to do my junk journals now with like lined or grid paper so that I can write in it, and also I can art journal on top of it if I want. And by that, I don't mean it can't be blank. I just mean instead of like filling it up with like patterned paper you can't write on. I will do that on certain pages if I have like a little booklet to write on that I want to clip to it or something like that. But anyway, I just want to show you kind of where it started. The first thing I made for my little butterfly book were these little sketchbooks. This is every last scrap of, because this is from a vintage pad of sketchbook paper, and it's very heavyweight, heavy, like that you can watercolor on. And I believe I used 5 pages, and I was able to get 20. Yep, 20 pages. So like 2 this way, like 2 stacks. And then I just did a pamphlet stitch and I tied it in the middle this, or in the inside this time instead of the outside. And then I did the same thing. This I think is also, yeah, 10 pages of a little mini sketchbook. And then I'm just going to make little watercolored embellishments with the scraps, because I'm not going to waste any piece, because that is like really valuable paper to me. And I really want to get back into sort of like the vintagey style, but also before I do that, I kind of want to challenge myself. It's hard to make a junk journal and do it without being vintage, because, and when I say it's hard to do it, it's hard to make it look nice, because when you start stuffing random things in there, and they, like, when it's all vintage, it has like that cream inked look, but when it's all bright, it's hard to make it look matchy and cohesive. But I started with an idea. I wanted to make like a little traveler's notebook insert. So I started, and this was going to be the cover. I'm still going to save this, and I'm going to make this the cover for my friend, and I'm going to make her one. And then I was like, maybe this won't go in my Fauxdori, and I'll make it its own cover. And all I did was put 2 pages back to back. These were single-sided from the notepad, from the pad. I left all my little stringies, and it's going to be like a tie bound that wraps around like this. And I got that idea from this old notebook that I made. Oh, my battery's dying. Let me see. Okay, that's not going to reach, so I'm going to have to finish this part up quickly, and I will make a second video. So this is just part 1, but I got it from this old journal that I made, and it is just, each page is an envelope, and then like the center ones where it was like flap to flap, back to back, I just covered in a piece of paper like this. And yeah, but the wraparound with a button or brad, I did a long time ago. This was from 2014 or 15. And so I also couldn't decide if I want to do a pamphlet stitch or leave it open with just like a band or a ribbon unbound. And I think that's what I'm going to do, kind of like I did in this book. So let me pause let me go charge my phone and we will get back to it because I have some more cool things to show you. So if you wait for the second one, awesome. If not, thank you all for watching and I will see you all soon. Thanks. Bye.